Yo, what's goody? Looks like we got a new system up in here. Let me see what we talking about here. Okay. Yeah, looks like we got a new system. So, 50 years of hip hop. Um, I'm an MC, obviously. A lot of people have tapped me on the shoulder over the years and was like, yo, I'm top five in the game. I mean, I don't know if people were trying to blow up my ego or what the deal is, but one thing about me, man, is I chose being a man over being a rapper. You know, um, rapper mentality doesn't have that much growth to it. You dig what I'm saying? So let me see what we got here. Okay, I'm on a different system now, so y'all could get up on here and post comments if people want to go live with me, because that's what we're gonna start doing is doing some interacting with the people. Okay, let's see here. Put the link right there. Yeah, so if you got your camera set up and all of that, or you on the phone or whatever, got your thing, you can, click the link and I'll let you in. Yeah, man, hip hop looks real weird. Um, I don't want to have to be the nigga to say that, you know, but everybody's putting a lot of worship to it that I don't know if it's worthy. Is it worthy? Like, what are we doing here? Has hip hop let you down over the last 50 years? That's one of the reasons I stopped listening to music a long time ago. And I remember I was bumping Pac, and because after Pac died, I just stayed with the Death Row and the No Limits and the UGKs and the MOPs and the Busters. I was just staying in that realm, because you could feel the energy in the air. It was real weird, And then Bone did the Ecstasy song, and that's when I knew it was about to go real stupid out here. And then the D4L and the Laffy Taffy showed up. I was infuriated about that shit because that wasn't what we was doing. What we was doing was a lot more comfortable. There was order to the game. There was a lot more respect in the game. Of course, there was beefs and all of that other shit, but I guess it was more compressed towards the public, and people didn't know about all of the nonsense that was going on until this internet showed up. And it was just ugly. I was 28, 29 or something like that. I already had 2 kids, already had a crib. I was pimping at the time, all of this other shit, was going on in my life. And I was listening to the nigga Pac, and I was like, hold on. The nigga Pac died at 26. This nigga he didn't have no kids. He didn't have no crib, He wasn't maintaining responsibilities like I was maintaining. The nigga was in demand, high demand everywhere. So you on planes, you here and there, you not really got a large responsibility line that you take care of. And I just stopped listening to him. And then I stopped listening to a lot of niggas. It sort of like just fell off of me. I had listened to everybody, X Clan, the Rakim. I was bumping all of that. And then MC8, all of that. And it wasn't matching in with where I was at in life and holding down my fort and shit. So I was just like, man, fuck it. There was like a whole 8-year gap in between me rapping with the Immortal Spectacle album. I just started running my mouth on YouTube. And then out of nowhere, I started getting all these beats from people who claim to be producers that were my fans and whatnot. So I said, okay, these shits are slapping. These niggas like the way I rap, so let me go ahead and do this shit. So I did it. And then I just kept doing it. And matched in with the books I was writing. It just, everything just sunk. I fell into a big ass tornado. You know, appreciated the chemist. When you say my work, what do you mean? What are you referring to? The books or the music? And I want a lot of interaction for those that's watching the live. We're gonna be doing this a lot. So I can pull y'all up on the video if anybody got a question or something. There's the link right there. You could press it. I can invite you in, blah, 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 So, yeah, I was just like, I saw the crazy shit going on in the world. And I was just reading books. I was working a job. I fell in this hole. I was working a job and just reading books, because the job I had was a night gig. So there wasn't really no nightlife for me, and I didn't really care. Shit, nigga, I had pussy in the crib, you got some in-house, what the fuck are you worried about a motherfucking club for, nigga? I'll chill with my shorty, um, you know, sip on something, smoke a blunt, beat these guys down, take my ass to sleep. I'm not finna be out here crazy in these streets fucking around because I already knew what that was from high school. I seen niggas get locked up. I'm not finna be a repeat hard. I'm not a nigga that's a repeat hard head. So, you touch the motherfucking the hot fire on the stove, nigga. You get burnt, nigga. I don't stick my hand in that shit 2-3 times. I seen what niggas was going through. So I'm like, man, I'm good. Make my money. My shit dried up. I was selling guns at the time. My shit dried up. And I'm just like, man, fuck this shit. So I went got me a job and had my man maintain my crib, and then there was no rap, At that time, it was too much bullshit. I was used to getting money direct, dope sell itself, guns sell they self, so buy the shit, put an extra bill, 2 bills on the chart on the price, and sell the shit. It's easy, simple shit. That's where my head was at, So when they explained how this whole rap thing was going, oh nigga, you gotta go wrap the truck, put your name on the truck. You gotta go chill with the stripper bitches. You gotta go get to know the DJs. You gotta go to the bank and nigga get the loan from the bank. You gotta be, at this event, perform here, perform here, perform here, at this event, at this event. I'm like, B, but where's you talking about expenses? You ain't talking about getting the money back. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to this business shit, you got to know where you're going to get your money back at. Entertainment isn't really designed like that. It's not a 1, 2, 3, get your money, Entertain, especially nowadays. It was more so back then, but the shit is so oversaturated today, and what's so cold about it is, it feels like a burden on a nigga's shoulder that I got to talk about the realities to the game. Because everybody got their fucking head in this, Wonderland cloud of me too. I'm going to be the greatest star. Look at me shining. All you niggas got RICO cases. Everybody got fucking RICO cases. What the fuck is we talking about? Niggas got to kill their best friend and shit. Prove they a killer to a bunch of nerds, because you got to really think about it. Like when you talking this fucking internet shit, and I'm not calling my audience that, but it be a lot of nerd ass niggas out here who hate niggas and want to see niggas all up in these weird ass, situations in this rap game. They hate niggas, man, and they want to look at you and feel a relief that you are doing this shit and they ain't. Some people get influenced, you know. That's a lot of races. We influence the black culture, and rap has influenced the world, hands down. You know, but is that a good thing or bad thing? Are we have conflict right now? You know, do you see conflict everywhere? Do you see the infanticide, women killing their children everywhere? Not saying that it's coming directly from rap, but you best believe there's a percentage of influence, just like the food. You know, the food is definitely a major percentage of influence, more so than what rap music is. You dig what I'm saying? But it's an ugly system. You know, you got to do all of this shit. You got to, you know, for instance, like one song, right? And this is one reason why you don't see a lot of music videos out of me, because music videos, if you go, I'm an artist, as you can hear it in my music, as you can see it on my books, my book covers. You know, I do real art. So if I'm going to spend some money, you know, and spend some time on it, it's got to be finite. It got to be, you know what I'm saying? And there is no telling if the audience is going to give me the stream numbers where I could get a check from that, you see? And then you got to do it over and over and over and over and over again, you know? And when you get a song, you got to go get a song, get the producers, you know, write the lyrics, rewrite the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? You got to go get the producers, go to the studio, record that shit, get it done. Hopefully this producer knows what the fuck he's doing. He has to have a resume showing that he knows what he's doing. Let me hear some shit. And then you got to shop by your producers too, because niggas will fuck around and take your chart and put all types of motherfucking ad libs in your shit and put all types of weird sounds in your shit that wasn't there from the get go. That's what ended up forcing me to just produce my shit how I do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do all that extra ad lib shit and all of that shit because I don't know. Um, I don't know. It's just a lot, and I'm not finna sit there and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? You can call it what you want, nigga, but that's just what it is. So, gotta go shop for the producer. Then you gotta go get the video. You gotta go, you know, shoot the video and have cameos in the video. If you can get some bitches in the video. You know, the motherfuckers might show up, might not show up. It's a big circus of shit, you know, and somebody might act a fool, all types of dumb shit. You record it, and then this nigga, you gotta pay the nigga to record it, pay the nigga to edit it, and all this shit. And I mean, niggas is stuck in a loop, B. And then you put this shit up online. And who knows, man, if you get a check from that shit, you might get 1 million views on one video. 1 million views don't pay you. You know, $50 check for 1 million views, nigga. The fuck, nigga. You know, I understand that. And see, what happened with me was a lot of beats was coming my way. I did the beats. And then I did there was Immortal Spectacle, which I made all those beats. Then I did the Monster album. Then I did the Onyx tablet, and then the Negro Please. And then I was already in the midst of doing the Kicked Out of Heaven. Go to kickedoutofheaven.com. Get the books, the 3-volume series. It is phenomenal. Okay. Somebody just made an order today. You know what I'm saying? A couple of orders, you know, but I still have them available. We got the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women is here. Volume 1 and Volume 2 right here. You dig? So, I was like, okay, you know, go ahead and after the Negro Please, which the Negro Please is the album to Kicked Out of Heaven Volume 2. So let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, I need to break down my shit because my shit got a lot of all around it. Niggas can feel it. But the Negro Please album goes to Volume 2. And that's part of the reason of the album cover, because the picture was just phenomenal. And then I forgot there was a lot of social shit that was going on at that time. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna break down my album covers, nigga, because I was talking to a homie about that the other night. Hold on. Yo. Hey, Hannibal. Go down there and get each one of my covers out of those boxes. My album covers. All 9 of them or whatever. Yeah, because I ain't printed up the Symphony of Millions and the Harmony of Fun, which was my last album. Yeah, we gonna break down some album covers. So the Negro Please album cover goes with the volume 2, as I stated, but I understood that the white man's history up in the medieval was so on, it was a whole nother level of on point. The witchcraft, all of that. It was on a whole nother level of precision on human behavior. They had such a large exercise system. It is the and a white man told me, hold on, the same white man that built the kickedoutofheaven.com. A lot of people don't even know that shit. The website kickedoutofheaven.com was built by a white man for free. Okay. And he told me that these 3 books is I said, each one. Give me that one though. And go get all of them. Go get one of each. And then I understood, man, the white man's understanding on psychology and sociology was past the nigga's ass. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's how they kick the planet's ass. It's psychology. You dig? So they had so much understanding on human behavior, it was outrageous. If you read The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene or any one of his books, where is he using stories from? All of his stories are stories about specific people in history, how they operated and how they were successful in a specific skill pertaining to socialism. And it was phenomenal. And that's why it's black. That's why it's the white man doing like this, because, the vampire, the suit, the whole shit, and then the Negro Please is written on there elegantly. After that album, the stars cracked open on me, and was like, yo, everybody was just like screaming at me, and we talking about, from Pac to Isaac Hayes to Elvis, nigga, to, all types of motherfuckers, man. They were screaming at a nigga. Is this all of them?
Yeah, that was all of the ones that were next to your computer.
You didn't bring up the Onyx tablet.
Oh.
Go get it. Go get the Onyx tablet. So yeah. And it was just, I understood the white man was passing niggas ass so bad. Because these sciences, they were mastering in the 1500s and the 1600s, and niggas was just now getting on slave ships and shit. Don't get me wrong, they had the Moorish empires and all of that was going on. Yes, boom, 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 and there was a lot of black people who had civility in the areas of high levels of government in both Europe and America. It was always there. Oh yeah, Jay-Z bit my shit. Yeah, he said, yeah, I remember that song, Racism. A lot of people said racism. Jay-Z bit my shit. A lot of niggas bit my shit over the years. A lot of people saying Nas was biting my shit with the whole Magic albums and shit. I'm the only nigga that came to the microphone talking about some motherfucking Magic. Oh yeah. Give me a better one of the Onyx Tablet though. And then so back to the money religion. The stars, nigga, opened up and said, nigga, look here, nigga. We need you to preserve sound. And that's what happened. Was sound was preserved. They was begging me, Lena Horne, Nat King Cole, BB King, the whole realm. It was white faces, black faces, So I had to do it. I preserved sound, and that's why that album has a lot of rock and roll on it. Especially the song Fame. with David Bowie, and he was with Grace Jones, I think, at that time. When he recorded that song, he did that song with the Beatles, with one of the Beatles. So I had to do it. There was a lot of clown shit going on in the rap game. You know, the white man had to remind the world that there is no gangster here. They talk this big shit, and they do not walk it, and they can't stand strong against us. They don't understand shit, nigga. So they got slaughtered. Everybody got slaughtered. I think that's when Suge Knight got hit with the case, and it was all types of crazy shit going on. So I said, yeah, we're gonna do that. And then the Milton Bradley is a phenomenal piece for all of hip hop. Could nobody get past that one on me? Marble Floors, appreciate that. Can I do a Morris research book? No, I'm not going to, man. A lot of people, no, get one of the hard ones, man, that don't got that white rim around it. Yeah. I'm not doing no Morris book. And you know, and I'm gonna keep this clear because a lot of people didn't ask me about the Morris book. And to write something on the Morris. It's like, nah, I'm good. You know, y'all don't nah. Just like these Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, once I sell out on these, you know, y'all on your own with that. You can get it on the Amazon and all of that, you know. But to get them from me, I'm not gonna do that, man. Black people haven't really, or it's not even black people or people in general. I don't know, because a lot of my fan base, people of all races from my fan base have contacted me and talked. So I don't know specifically who I'm talking to. Oh, I'm glad I brought that up. So now I will know specifically who I'm talking to. Everybody can join the moneyreligion.locals.com. Let's go ahead and put it out there because it is ready. Okay. And everything will be exclusive here. All my old videos will be here. They'll all be for a pretty penny. You know, I mean, not a pretty penny, but you know, an affordable penny, shall I put it? And you can all purchase there and get all the videos. Get all the You can get all the videos. You can get all the webinars I've done. You know, I'll have PDFs loaded up. I'll have articles loaded up, and all my real wild videos will be there where I could be comfortable, old school 720 like y'all like. I'm not going to do that in this realm. I got too many people watching me, and I don't really know what their background is, and I got to stay, you know, wise about my movements out here on these YouTube streets. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Money Religion album, that's what happened. Yeah, the Join Us video will be on there. All of those videos. I'm going to load up everything over there. You know, and I also have merch. Let me put up my merch thing real quick. I have shirts that are on the Amazon for sale. Y'all check that out. Okay. I'm about to give y'all the link right now. Oh, let me see here. I messed up right here. But yeah. This is what we're doing. The God 720 still here, nigga. Don't ever think. But see, that's the whole thing. People was thinking, and I was feeling the fucked up classifications. People was thinking people had some negative shit to say, but wasn't doing shit about it, nigga. What type of shit is that, nigga? You got something to say, nigga? Say it. You know? But it was a lot of locals watching me too. You know, and the way I talk and kick it is in a space of not no club scenery. You dig? So I like to have longevity conversation, get to know somebody, and get the money moving. But this is a party town, so you know, I don't know. I can't I like to enjoy my drink. I ain't gonna be putting a bunch of liquor in my body and then jumping around every goddamn where. That's not how I move. You know. So, back to what I was saying. The stars came on me hard, nigga. And said, okay, nigga, you're gonna have to represent this music line. And that's exactly what I did. You know, the basis of what sound is. That's my clothing company right there, Goat Clothing Company. There's a lot of shirts on there. So go ahead and purchase. You be connected to the Saga City Records, the Money Religion Camp. You understand? And like I said, the moneyreligion.locals.com. Go there because it's going to be really live. But anyways, it's nasty all this shit up in hip hop, bro. This shit is disgusting. You know, I think it's disgusting. Man, after the Money Religion album, you know, I had to do the Shaka Zulu album. Let's see here. I had to do the Shaka Zulu to let niggas know that the nigga was still the nigga. Okay? The motherfuckers was coming at me kind of cold. This is called, you know, gangster with sex appeal, nigga, is what this shit is called. That's called gangster with sex appeal. The Shaka Zulu. You know, I advanced Shaka Zulu. I took him out of Africa and I brought him to 1920s America. Is what this is right here. You know, because it needed to be done for number one. You know, for number two, everybody thought because I wrote all the medieval and I studied so many hardcore elements of the white man, they thought I was over here being a white boy. Nah, nigga. That's not the case at all. So I had to drop the Shaka Zulu album, 9 tracks of deliciousness. You understand? Oh, I forgot about the Onyx tablet. So the Onyx tablet is actually the opposite of the green tablet or the emerald tablet. The emerald tablet written by Thoth. You know, and I didn't know all of this because it's green and black. You know, the emerald tablet is green, the onyx tablet is black, and there's the red dragon on there. You know, and if you notice, that's the same dragon that's on Real Nigga Etiquette. See that? Okay. They're facing different directions. But to take over the whole realm, it's the whole realm of the dragon, you understand. And then it was the green and black for Thoth. When you look up Thoth, which is an ibis bird in ancient Egypt, his head is green and black. The beak is green and his head part is black, right? So this is the other tablet to the emerald tablet right here, okay? So then I had to do all of that, man, because I understood that I was doing something different with hip hop. And then I had lived in all areas of the country too. So I've listened to a lot of good music over the years, you know what I'm saying? So I got a unique touch with it. And then, you know, the brain advanced greatly with all the books I was writing. So it took my wordplay into a whole nother realm. If you notice, I got medieval bars, old country slang bars, wisdom bars. I got a big conundrum of shit that I put together when it comes to writing some lyrics. And I was having fun with it. I had a beautiful woman at the time. You know, I was nigga having fun. I had my donk, nigga. The energy was lively and bright. You understand? So we went and did that. And, you know, a lot of people said I made history. I got a lot of classics. I know there's some songs niggas could never get over. That's only for me. Milton Bradley is one of them. I said that earlier. You know, that Strong Perfume and Cologne, the Jack Diamond, all of that was on the Symphony of Millions and the Harmony of Fun, which was the last album before this one, Back to the Future. And then my favorite is this one right here. Woo! I had a lot of crazy shit going on in my life when I did this one. Boomaye! Yeah, my album covers is Liquid B. Yeah, this one right here. And then it got the snake on the back. You never seen the back before. You know. So yeah. This album right here. There's a lot of math. I don't even want to say it. To be honest. I want to keep this a secret. But yeah, the Foot Up a Bitch's Ass was a very, Versace Swagger album. It has a lot of classics on there. The Negro versus Evil, Hero for Hire, One for the Soul, Eye on the Sparrow, The Sins of the Father. Yeah, there's a lot of jams on that one. I jammed it out. You see, when I do an album, I'm told to do an album. So I guess after the Money Religion and after, publishing so many words and so many time periods to my name, man, it just like advanced the whole picture. And when I'm told to do an album and I have to have it out by a specific date, and usually I change 2 tracks at the very last minute. It has to flow, just like Wire for War. The last 2 tracks I put on that album was Linger in Her Lingerie and Cinderella's Chance. And I love those 2 songs. Even that one, the Star Lord, and the other one, There's a War Going On Outside. That Wire for War slaps. That Wire for War is the cousin to the Money Religion. That's the other rock and roll album. So yeah, and a lot of people be talking about my voice be changing inflections and shit while I be rapping and shit. Certain songs like Hero for Hire, as soon as the shit comes on, my chest, nigga, I got a million gods living in my gut. So shit. It's certain motherfuckers be talking through the bars. I don't know what to tell you. And my vocal tone will change because that's the vocal tone of that God. And what can I say or do about it? It happened. It was supposed to happen. It was time. The gods are very upset with the human activity on this planet and all this robot creation and all this old dumbass shit niggas got going. Just like the dead is waking up over there. Man, I don't even want to get to talking about all that shit because I keep my name out of the politics, but it's some ugly shit cracking, with these interviews and how black culture is being viewed against the world. And niggas is so stupid. They so close-minded and small-minded that they don't even see the view that they're putting out towards the whole planet. And the shit is disgusting. Like, why, my nigga? What the fuck is wrong with niggas? And like I said, man, I chose to be a motherfucking man before I chose to be a rapper, nigga. Fuck that shit. There's some motherfucking clowns out here, B. And I'm not finna be standing next to no motherfucking clown ass nigga. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I pull up solo, nigga. Nigga. These motherfuckers out here is weirdo. You saw what just happened with the whole Charleston White and the Bandman Kevo. Them niggas is some fucking birds, man. You niggas is fucking clowns out here. Like, don't, dog, draw the line. That's why I write books like this. Encyclopedias, nigga. You is not over here. You understand? You are over there with the do-rag. You stick with that fucking degenerate ass shit. Like, bro, I don't know what I mean, and that's what's so cold about it, is because a lot of niggas listen to me, so they know, the nigga resides over here. But all that immature shit, man, all the childish ass shit, I don't do, my nigga. I will never do. Nigga, this book right here, The Real Nigga Etiquette, is currently valued at $5,000 fucking dollars. Let me show you. I'll put the link in the room, nigga. Niggas be thinking I'm lying. This is the highest valuation I've ever gotten on a book. Real Nigga Etiquette. This fucking clown ass shit out here, bro. 120-page book, B. And the onyx tablet goes with this. This is my first beautiful combination. Was this one? Was the real nigga etiquette, the onyx tablet? A lot of niggas love the onyx tablet. It was the Cult Leader song is on that album. This is the second song on that album. Niggas went out and got t-shirts cut with Cult Leader written on it and all of that shit. The beat was actually called something like that too. The Leader of the Cult or some shit was the name of the beat. So I said, nigga, I'll just leave it right there. And we're gonna do the original nigga on this shit. And that was one of my haunted house type tracks. You know, I got certain tracks where I just go loco insane. I ain't did that in a while. I think the last track I did that on, I tried to do it on Tupac's Curse, but it didn't really come out that good. You know what I'm saying? The energy was bleh. Even though I live on the street with Pac's name in it. Yeah, y'all don't know my life, man. My life is hella metaphysical in this bitch. Let me see here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that link right there. Yo, if anybody want to come in, come on in. We can talk on the video. I said the invite is here, nigga. Let me put it up in here. I'm going to have to start sitting on these lives for like 2-3 hours at a time. And we're going to get to marketing the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women. We got to get back to the mixture in the picture. You know, straight up. But yeah, so I had to do the Foot Up a Bitch's Ass. This was put out in December. And Sins of the Father. I love that. As a matter of fact, on that track, Sins of the Father, because I got another song called It's Class that's on the Monster album. And I got my baby mom saying It's Class throughout the whole fucking track, right? So I was listening to the beat, and my last shorty, the Samoa, was there. And I'm like, yo, I'm listening to the beat. And I said, you know what? Let's do something creative. Let's do something astounding. Because Sins of the Father is actually like Catholic language. You know, that's like deep European psyche language, you know. So, and the beat was hard, you know, and you know me, I do all types of beats. And I said, yo, I want you to say I love you, daddy, on the hook. And she said, oh, okay, you mean through the whole song? I said, you know what? I said, yeah, go ahead, do it through the whole fucking song. Fuck that shit. Let's do it. And it was her idea, so we ran it, and it came out phenomenal. I didn't really like that third verse on that track. I had to write that at the last minute. But the track came out hard, you know, it's classic shit. The one reason I don't put ad libs and all the extra fucking mixing tricks and VSTs so niggas can feel the authenticity. Because y'all niggas need to get back to the authenticity. Do you understand? This plastic ass world motherfuckers done developed is insane. You understand? And it's destroyed family. It's destroyed the family unit. It's destroyed trust. It's destroyed love. You know, it's destroyed a lot of things. It's destroyed society. You know, and I'm not just gonna blame it on rap on why society is destroyed, but you best believe it does have a percentage of influence. You know, the subject matter is immature. You know, a lot of the words is derogatory. You know, I had a female friend. Right now, the majority of my music, 60% of my music from the analytics on Spotify is being listened to by women. And one black girl I know, she told me, she was like, you know, I don't feel attacked listening to your music. And it's, you know, it's phenomenal. I'm not in my bars, bitch this, bitch that. I don't live like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think like that, you know, even though I wrote the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, and even though I've done some very wild shit in the Black Man's Bible, okay, And even though I got the foot up a bitch's ass on the album cover, I don't treat women out of pocket. You know, it comes in a soft teasing format. You know, I know how to mold a mother, basically, is what it is. I know how to mold the happy mother, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and how to see realities that and accept realities and your responsibilities in life. And a lot of girls don't do that. There's no enforcement for them to do that. The big jump over is making your own finances, you know, and being structured in that way. And they don't want to listen to man. You know, they do listen to some invisible source, which is called the devil at the Sabbath. We talk about that in the Kicked Out of Heaven Volume 2. And we also talk about that in the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women. It's in there. It's all in there. This is the modern day Malleus Maleficarum. Okay? Let's be very fucking clear. This is what it is right here. Encyclopedia on Alchemy of Women. I had to update it. Because, man, niggas is full of shit. Okay? Fuck all of that shit. Niggas don't know what pussy is, so they over here being faggots and shit. You know, and that's what you see everywhere. You know, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's been generations and generations of this shit being put in place. And you've been bombarded with it through hip hop for the past 10, 20 years. You know, so hip hop has let you down. You know, the way people operate and move inside hip hop is very disgusting. You know, like the homie Crip Jesus told me. He was like, man, ever since, you know, Nipsey got killed, they've been clowning Crippin'. You know, they got these clown ass niggas up here on the TV. Who you think is watching that shit and giving them the views and pointing at the Negro? Because now it's a point where it's past the Crippin'. They make all black males looking bad with that stupid shit. But there's a line of support with the black male image that can't be altered. You know, you got the 50 Cents, you got the Shaquille O'Neals. You know, it's deeply, you know, it's control. It's large, you know, the black male image at a prestigious level that is not going to be interrupted. It's a little bit too strong in the atmosphere and the ethers for it to be interrupted by a Crip Mac or anything like this. And a lot of these niggas don't even know that they're being clowned and laughed at because it's all being done through the computer, you see. And that's what's so ugly about the whole situation is even when it comes to rappers, you know, a lot of niggas is getting clowned at. A lot of the shit, you know, comes from the Bojangles, you know, and the chitlin circuit, you know, and niggas don't get paid. But rest in peace to Little Richard. I saw an interview one time where Little Richard was talking about how Rolling Stone wasn't getting paid and the Beatles wasn't getting paid back in the days. I heard Smashing Pumpkins talk about they wasn't getting paid. Metallica went through some shit that wasn't getting paid. So it ain't just rap that's not getting paid. There's plenty different genres of music where the musicians get treated like shit. But the deep science to it is that when the musician or the artist lives a good life, a carefree life, you know, they produce good art and expensive art, you know. And what happens with that is that once they hit their peak and they go down the hill, they go on the other side of the same mountain, you know, and their career starts declining, getting into car accidents, ODs, and all this other shit. Bitches get pregnant, going to court, you know, you got divorce papers, you know, all types of shit is going on. You can still produce, you even produce even better art during that time. So the true magic to it is that, you know, the labels understand this shit because they understood this shit since the medieval times. You niggas are just now getting it. You know, all of that shit is medieval science. You know, they've been watching the rise and fall of artists since Plato's Socrates days with the plays. You know, they got stories of everybody's life. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So they just apply the same shit with the rap game. The same shit. You know, you go through your woes and then you go through the tragic. You sign the contract, the pact with the dark one, nigga. So we have to take an arm, we have to take your voice, we have to take a foot, you know, we take some shit and fuck your ass up, you know, because this is the deal, you know, this is what happens. And then you put out even better art during those stages, and you put out so much art and you were in such a deep tornado for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You're in this tornado and motherfucking, and the labels is just making money. There's been so much money made that we done lost track. Everything is confused. And then we don't even understand how much the shit is confused until you die. Now we got to get the shit in order because the black race don't protect their own when it comes to these matters. We don't set up, schools of entertainment lawyers and things of that type of shit, try to get people in high places and build us a nice firm spider web made of iron, for protection, a guild basically. And because we don't have that guild and shield, you must yield, nigga, and end up on the field, nigga, is what's going to happen with your motherfucking ass. So I understood that. And I'm like, nigga, I'm cool, B. I understand product. Product is, when you understand product, a song is not a product. A song is not a solution to a problem. Like nowadays, people have been partying for so long. Our generation, that nigga, you could put Chuck E. Cheese on the stage, karaoke and Tupac's music, and the crowd goes wild. Because it's all dumbass. They're all dumbasses here and disrespectful. They're not supporting shit. That's why. Nigga, you could put Big Bird up on stage karaoke Biggie, nigga. Okay? And as long as the liquor is in the cup, we're having a good time. Okay? The bitches are twerking, a chicken leg is thrown in the air, we're having a good time. That's what it's supposed to be. I guess niggas supposed to eat off of that shit. Ain't nobody really eating off of it neither. Because in order for you to get through, let me tell you something. You want to get in the rap game, nigga, you got to go through the Gettysburg. Okay? Are you listening? Are you following, nigga? You have to go through the Gettysburg of pimping the rapper. We gonna pimp the rapper. They got a whole system set up of pimping the rapper. Nigga, I get emails every day. Yo, this A&R wants you on a call. Here's your Zoom link and all this other shit. Yeah, I just Zelled you some money and all this other shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Niggas be all in your email. Oh, we got 50 beats for $10, nigga. But that's what happened when the epidemic hit. When the epidemic hit, they was selling all these beats, and my nigga was stressing me, like, because I was damn near feeling like fucked up. Because what was it? It was right after the Ethereal Law and the Shaka Zulu album, which go together. Okay. The Ethereal Law and the Shaka Zulu album. And then I went right into the Real Nigga Etiquette Voodoo edition. And I'm like, yo, the Real Nigga Etiquette Voodoo edition set a nigga off. You see that beautiful combination? That is a beautiful combination, my nigga. Go to the blackmansbible.com. You want to get these books. This book was put in ontology underneath Parmenides. You heard that? See? When voices come up, I can't even change the, when I say certain words. Parmenides. He's from ancient Greece, ontology. He was the origin of that philosophy. And that's where they put the one-liners that I put in this book up in there. Oh, you see that? I got magic spells all in the book. But anyways, so I said, yeah, okay. I'll buy the beats. And I got a call one day. I was working this shitty ass job. And I got a call from a stranger. And he was like, hey, man, what's wrong, man? Is you making any music? I'm like, nah. He was like, man, I base my music off your life, man. I need you to make some more music, man. Everything fucking up around me, man. What's going on? I said, oh, okay. So the nigga hit me up and I was like, man, I didn't know fans was taking my music that seriously. So I went ahead and just put something together. Hold on real quick. Hey. Hey. Yeah, go give me the poltergeist cover real quick. Yeah, it's in one of them. So yeah, like I said, anybody want to come in, man, y'all can come in. Just click the link, the StreamYard link right there. And we can talk for a minute, especially the ladies, okay? Because it looks like the nation about to fall, nigga. Everybody complaining about this money, banks is closing down on niggas, and all that type of shit. It's time to get the dough. And people are out here full of the bullshit. And I get the dough, and I got millions of ways to get the dough without the fucking OnlyFans and all that shit. I'm not playing them games. That shit is small time money. All that pimping and shit, all that shit. You know, motherfuckers be trying to burn me with that title, nigga. I am not burnt with the title, nigga. Like that shit is, bleh. You know. That's why I wrote books, because the book does not breathe. Do you understand, nigga? The book don't talk, nigga. It's simple system here. I have to deal with nobody's fucking bullshit. When you write books, when you develop products that help people, mass amount of people at one time, you know, that's how a man operates. That's what a responsible man does. You know, he assists a multitude of people at one time. You dig? So, anyways, dude was like, yeah, man, you know, put out another album or something, man. I took like a year gap, I think. There's like maybe a 2-year gap in between the Ethereal Law and the Poltergeist. And I had bought all of those beats I had bought a bunch of beats online. It was all, you know, 1,000 beats for $20. And there were some slappers. As a matter of fact, I'm still getting I think I'm still getting slappers up out of there. No, Back to the Future didn't have no beats coming out of that bunch. Those was all fresh ones.
I found the Shaka Zulu too.
Oh yeah, this is the other Shaka Zulu.
I couldn't find the hard one.
I got some down there. Yeah, find it.
All right.
And yeah, this is the black and blue Shaka Zulu right here. You know, so yeah. But I said, okay, nigga, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Bought these beats, and there was some slapperonis up in there. As a matter of fact, that's where I got the Hero for Hire and all of that shit. That's where the Marvel comic characters started coming at me, because there was a whole thing of beats that was nothing but comic character names. So that beat for Hero for Hire was actually titled Luke Cage. That's why it says Luke Cage, Lucifer's Rage. And Luke Cage, when I looked him up, his girlfriend's name was a white girl named Jessica. At that time, I was going through my breakup with a girl named Jessica. And ever since then, it's been nothing but fucking Jessicas in my life, B. It's like every other bitch, every fucking broad I meet, her name is Jessica or something dealing with the Jess. Jessica, Jesse. I've met a whole bunch of. It's been nonstop for years, nigga. Like, man, what the fuck is going on? I live in some weird ass shit. But what do P. Diddy and the Bird allegations? Man, that shit was been going on for eons. Okay, there you go. This is the Poltergeist cover. That's a cold cover too. That's a cold cover, B. That is a cold ass cover. I had to do it, B. That picture cold. So yeah. A lot of them niggas in hip hop is Bird, man. I remember my nigga told me recently, he was like, bro, it's so clear, bro, that you know it's so much Bird up in the hip hop. If you trying to be a rapper, you damn near Bird. You trying to be a Bird, nigga. Like, that's just what the game is wrapped up in now, bro. Or at least that's what they showing us. You know? Hold on. Damn. Shit, right in the motherfucker. Yeah, so it's crazy shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. Them niggas all got zesty shit going on. If that's how they want to live their life, and that's how they want to go down in history, then so be it. What can you do about it? You can't do shit about it. Who cares? You know, you don't hear none of that shit on my tracks, nigga. You hear women singing and happy on my bars, nigga. And you don't hear none of that fucking weak ass shit. That's why I don't. That's why I don't bump, man. I don't bump. I don't even listen to music. So right now I'm in a position where I just got a demand to put some new music in the game that can go directly to radio. So I'll take on the challenge, but I'm gonna definitely need some modern style beats, and I mean like some super modern, like club modern type shit, like some old future sounding type shit or something, and then make it work. Try to get out here and jump around doing this shit. I don't know, dog. A lot of people are trying to push me into the realm, and I'm like, man, it's just a money game. Rap truly is just a money game. You got 300, 500,000 you can give to the fucking radio stations. They playing your shit in the region. You go get you one of these Jewish kids around here, man. The motherfuckers will put you all on types of streaming apps and advance your numbers. And, it's a force feeding system. It's always been a force feeding system. The program director down at the local radio station keeps certain songs on repeat, embeds them in your memory, and now you're requesting the song and you didn't fell in love with the song, so on and so forth. It is all a force feed system. Whether you want to do it on stage or whether you want to do it on local radio or however you want to do it, it's a lot of work, and there is no guarantee of the money on that shit. That shit ain't no business, man. Business is grow the beans, pick the beans, put the beans in the can, put the can of beans on the fucking shelf with a tag on it, nigga. A, B, C, D, E. I mean, there's a lot of other shit that goes on in between, especially when you talk about mass production. But at the end of the day, that is the system, Even when it comes to watches, you go get your fucking, you build your design, get your shit set up, get your little turn things, and build the fucking watch and sell it, man. Like, it's not difficult. Rap is difficult and highly unpredictable. And I guess that's why on my last album, Back to the Future, I got that song Third Eye Open and that song Code Red, because it's disgusting what a nigga has witnessed and seen out here. But niggas want me steadily to be out here. I mean, I make some fire shit. So maybe that may not be the course for me. But at the end of the day, I have to deal with the possibilities of reality. So 50 years of hip hop, man. I listened to the LL Cool J. I bought that album, Mr. Smith. Yeah, I'll name all the albums I bought over time. I used to listen to a lot of Outkast. I fuck with the Pastor Troy. I fuck with the UGK. I fucked with the www.thug.com. I fucked with Pac. I would listen to all the Death Row shit. I listened to the Trey D, the MC8. I even fucked with some tracks from Booyah Tribe, the nigga Short Chop, Cocaine from Above the Law, Do or Die, Twister. I listened to all of that. I ain't really listened to no Kanye. Look at what happened. I listened to Kanye's Diamonds Are Forever. Then I listened to Watch the Throne. That album was hot. I must admit, I give credit where credit is due. But the rest of the Kanye, it was just too much for me. It was just too weird, B. I listened to the Ghost, Styles P, M.O.P., early Lost Boys, early Busta Rhymes, You know, when Busta Rhymes was on his woo-ha shit. That's what I was listening to. I listened to the Mystical, No Limit, you know, Little Kiki, 25 Ladders on My Dresser, you know, Suave House, um, Chopped and Screwed, all of that. The Tennessee shit, the early 666 Mafia when they was sounding like Bone. The nigga Play a Fly. You know, I listened to all that shit. That nigga Ant Banks, the East Siders, Brother Lynch Hung, all of them niggas, man, some real MCs. The nigga J.O. Felony, I got the nigga J.O. Felony in my phone. There's a lot of niggas I got on my phone. I done talked to Cocaine. I done talked to a lot of these niggas. But I'm not a nigga that, you know, it's either pay to play, nigga. You know? No, I never listened to Sebo like that. Spice wouldn't be around here a lot. I done kicked it with the Spice one. You know, but one thing about me, man, is I've lived in every time zone of this country. You know, I've hit licks my whole life doing street shit. You know, I don't stay on the streets for what, nigga? I have a headquarters. I have a home. You understand? That's how it works. So I find out how to get my little Fedioski and I get my Fedioski. You know, this shit don't just puff out of nowhere, nigga. I've been maintaining my line from a lot of different states. You know what I'm saying? So, I kick it with niggas, but it's like, what is we doing, bro? Like, I can't kick it around a nigga 24 hours a day, bro. Like, you know, we're not getting no money. This shit is unproductive to what I understand production to be. And I understand music. I understand product, man. Like I said earlier, a song is not a thorough product to rely upon. You have to actually make you have to make a lot of songs until your name becomes a product. So, like, y'all can't tell me who's, you know, what was the name of Snoop Dogg's last album. And I see how they doing Snoop Dogg after he made that comment about niggas that got billions of streams but don't got millions of dollars. I ain't seen homie online or nowhere ever since that statement was made. But it's a reality to it. You know, it's the Muddy Waters syndrome. Y'all go look at the story of the Muddy Waters, man, because that's the ritual that put all this music shit in place. When niggas is gonna make all this motherfucking music and be performing everywhere and don't get a goddamn dime. It's underneath the Muddy Waters, who was a nigga who went around the whole country with two white boys, was recording them and was selling his records everywhere and was making all types of money off his back. And Muddy Waters was just fine with a good time, you know, and that is a deep syndrome that goes all the way back to ancient Greece, you know. The satyrs, you know, they sing, they tell the story, they fuck the women, they chase the women around, you know, and they drink the wine and they fight, you know, and that's what satyrs do, and that's what niggas do, and it's in every civilization like that, damn near. I mean, that's how it's recorded as the black male activity, and that's where we at right now, you know. A lot of niggas think in hip hop right now to prove their masculinity, they have to be a killer. You know, you bought the most expensive cars, you bought the most expensive jets now. You know, you got on all the diamonds in the world. What is the next layer to prove my masculinity to a bunch of fucking niggas? You know, it's like a shorty told me, you know, black males don't listen to music to listen to good music. They listen to rappers for who they want to be. It was it. That was it. That was done. I'm done. Okay. Niggas be looking for somebody to emulate because they pops running around. So they ain't even hearing the music. So all you got to do is flash a bunch of shit on the screen. You dig what I'm saying? And niggas is going to follow that line, you know, and that's where we at. So I know I just make good music for good music. You know, I'm not finna prove nothing to no niggas. I don't give a fuck about no niggas. I prove to the bitch, nigga, You understand? And that's about it. The fuck I'm finna prove something to some niggas for. Niggas ain't got control on one thing on this motherfucking planet, nor can they protect one thing on this motherfucking planet. They ain't protecting their own culture lines. They ain't protecting their own gang names and all this other shit. This motherfucker is bleeding in. You understand? Motherfuckers eat off your shit and do whatever the fuck they want to it. They make a mockery out of you, all types of shit, my nigga. You know, they tear up your estate when you die. Your children don't get no motherfucking royalties, no none of that shit. But I'm supposed to believe that the nigga is the top gangster killer on these songs. But at the same time, you getting robbed by these labels, and you ain't seen a rapper yet do an interview where he ain't talking about he done got robbed by these labels. And where was the retaliation for that? You know what I'm saying? Shit. You getting robbed on the streams. You getting robbed on all this shit. Let's be fucking for real. You know, it is what it is, my nigga. Let's be fucking for real. Hey, people don't like that reality. Has there been any good that's come out of hip hop? Yeah, I guess, you know. What that good is, you know, I mean, I got a couple checks. They wasn't big. They wasn't nothing to brag about, you know. I don't even think it was enough to pay a bill in the motherfucker. No, I done got some checks from, yeah, I done got some checks, some quarter checks and all types of shit. And to be honest, from the way the streams is set up, you only get like a half a penny per stream. And the checks was looking in, it was in a couple of hundreds. So that means that I got a lot of plays to add up to that. But I don't know. Ain't nobody hit me up. I don't be out here really, you know, trying to stump on the concrete and be on the stages. I will now. There is a popular demand for a nigga. A lot of niggas is hitting me up now, telling me to come out here and perform and whatnot. But we're turning rap into what R&B used to be, you know, or what rock and roll used to be. You know, there's now no age limit to it, and rap isn't really based upon if you're living the lifestyle that you're saying on your bars. You know, peace to a nigga like Black Thought, you know, one of the most underrated MCs in the game. And you know, bars and having the capability of rhyming is not a situation of proving a violent lifestyle to the worthless, to the who are you, you know, the nobody who sits in the fucking audience with the screen name, you know, like what the fuck, you know, like. And I'm not saying that especially to my audience, but I'm just saying overall, you know what I'm saying, the bigger picture. There's outsiders in the culture eating off the culture. They call them culture vultures, but that's not, it's way larger than that, you see. Because what's really going on is you got people of other cultures and other racial lines that are being traitors towards their own culture and race and trying to sign up to black male, black female activity. And niggas is out here twerking on the highway, my nigga. Like, what the fuck is we doing? Like, the whole shit is ass backwards. But I guess that's how niggas think they supposed to be eating. Is niggas really eating? Yes, there's some niggas who done really cop millions out the rap game, you know, and they all had to do some old weird ass shit in the end to maintain those millions. And you know, for movies or whatever the fuck, you know, who knows, man. There's a lot of nepotism in the game. You know, you got there's a lot of nepotism. Niggas, uncles and grandfathers and grandmas and all types of shit was you know, were at the beginning stages of of a lot of Columbia Records and major record companies. So, you know, throughout time, you know, a friend of a friend, and you meet people and you put certain, and a lot of these individuals are raised in music, you know. Like, it was phenomenal to me. I found out Flavor Flav is like a master at like 14 different instruments. You know, that's not too shocking because I understand how the system operates. They play a certain picture on the stage. We play the picture that the world demands and what the world responds to. But that's not what they're trained in. They're trained in art and theater and music and all of that other shit, you know. So It's ugly. There's the reality that we think we're seeing is not the reality at all. It's falsehood, and that's why it collapsed. You know, that's why it collapsed on a nigga, because it's false. Anything that's real can stand strong and stay still, nigga. Like, you ain't seen nothing happen with this kicked out of heaven because it's real. Okay. You can go to the Amazon.com right now, put it in, and it stands strong. The Black Man's Bible stands strong. The Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women stands strong. And we're going to be doing a lot of videos on that literature, you know. And then you got to go over here to the Money Religions, the moneyreligion.locals.com. So I know who's watching me, man, and we can interact, because I want to ask you questions while you want to sit there and just listen to shit. Fuck that shit. I want to hear thought. You know, what are you thinking? You know, or are you just an energy vampire, a swagger jacker is what they call them? You know, like I like interaction. So that's what we're gonna do. And then, so right now, if you want to come in and ask me some questions about one of my albums or one of my books, you could do it. Or if you have any family issues or anything, relationship issues you want to bring up, and see what I think on it, you know, provide a solution to a problem, we could do that. You could do that right now. You could do that anytime during this live. I might stay up here for like 2-3 hours right now, because that's the way I got to start kicking it. Especially if I'm gonna link my Instagram in. So, 50 years of hip hop. I was really fucked up in the game when they came out with all that African Bombada shit. That shit was some foul ass shit. You know, it's all foul shit, man. I don't, you know, what do we say or do? I sort of smelt that shit eons ago. I ain't even gonna lie. Because New York niggas didn't have enough bitches in their videos for me. I'll tell you that. I saw that shit years ago. You know? Yeah, y'all donate. And I told niggas to stay away from that shit. You know, I listened to a couple songs by De La Soul. I think it was Much More. And there's another song they got that super jams. Saturday or something like that. I forgot the name of it. But that song Much More and Stay High, I think it is. The Stakes is High. The Stakes is High. That was it. I listened to the Gangstar for a minute. You know, man, all of this shit is wild, bro. Have I heard of Homeboy Sandman from NY? No. Is he new? Because I haven't listened to new rappers, man. Like, the whole thing of music and rap is just like, bleh, it just like fell out of me. It's disgusting everywhere. Each coast, no matter what you're talking about. You know, it's after all of the crazy shit for the past 10, 20 years, it's just, you know, and then usually when I'm in the crib, I'm reading books, you know, or I'm cooking a dinner or cleaning something, or I'm maintaining the crib. Okay. Calm Tornado by Homeboy Sandman. That's cool. So I'll check it out. But yeah, so music was the thing when I just listen to music while I'm driving, while I'm riding. You know, I fuck with A Ball and MJG only on a couple of songs, not the whole thing though. And then a couple of Rick Ross tracks. Why do women constantly challenge men? Because they're jealous. They're jealous of all you have what males have structured. Males built the world. So yeah, y'all can ask questions. Like I said, if y'all want to come in, you know, I'll put the link up in here. and we'll see. And then, but why do women constantly challenge men? We got a question from JD Robinson right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and address this. They constantly challenge men because they are jealous of everything that man built. You see, they're not really challenging you. What they're really doing is maintaining attention and also destroying your time, that and confusing your focus within underneath the guise of a challenge. You see, so that's what they think they're doing. They know, but they're maintaining your attention and focus on them, because maintaining the attention and focus allows them to procure, and that means to manipulate, seduce you, to gain things from you, to take from you, and all of that. So that's what they're doing. It's just another form of attention getting and maintaining the focus of attention from you onto them. So that's what challenging truly is. You know, another reason is because they know, you've done everything. You built cars, you built trains, you built planes. Nigga done landed on the motherfucking moon up in here. Okay, you have the police department and lawyers and court and laws that you've written, and all you've done all of this shit without her input by majority. And because she doesn't have a major influx of input, she feels written out of society. And that's why usually women thrive through nicknames and catcalling names like, baby or honey or sweetie. They don't really get titles of, female. Their name isn't used that much by males. Males usually refer to women in a space of some type of cartoonish name, or something relative to something that doesn't produce, because they don't produce. It's a subconscious layer. So that's why you call a woman baby, sweetie, honey, or give her some type of nickname, because a person with a name is production, and they don't produce anything. They don't provide any form of security, and everything on this planet provides security. There's plants, animals, all of that. Even the birds. When you look at bird operation, the majority of birds, both male and female, create the nest together. So here I got another question by Renee Johnson. What do you think about Maui and the potential land grab by the state? Nigga, we will kick your ass if we want to. That's all there is. There's no conspiracy theory. This is ancient law. You don't have any arms. We have the big arms. We can shoot the laser from the sky and set your shit on fire if we want to. I want to put my beach house over here. You motherfuckers move. And that's a whole nother thing about production. What does Hawaii provide to the mainland? Hawaii provides nothing. Okay? And I hate to put it like that, but there's no import export coming from Hawaii over here. Where you think Americans are drinking Hawaiian milk, nigga? You think they're baking Hawaiian bread in Hawaii and then shipping it to America? No, that is not what's happening. You see, y'all better get this shit, because I'm going to tell you right now, the philosophies that Western civilization is built upon, and there's a good section of Hegelianism and also Marxism that comes within that picture, is built on self-reliance and production. And if you aren't doing that, then you are right off by all costs. If you are not providing, if you are not figuring out the puzzle and giving, answers on how to figure out the puzzle, you're right off. We're going to do whatever we want to you. We're going to put all types of poisons in your food. We're going to put all types of poisons in your alcohol. We're going to put all types of shit all up in your shit everywhere. We're going to fuck you up because we can, because you produce nothing. You do nothing. You party hardy is what you do. Okay? And that's how this shit works. That is the bottom line of mankind, human existence, period. You have to provide, all of these people behind me who wrote those books, they're providers. There's a problem. There's something that we need to maintain and preserve. You have obsession, And if you're not obsessed with anything, then you are expressing human capability. You've never really seen any animal um obsessed with anything. Obsession is a capability and an emotion. You know, you have to be involved, intervene, and that's what humans do. And unfortunately, there's nothing coming out of Hawaii, so they can do whatever the fuck they want to Hawaii, and they're going to do exactly that. That's why Biden said, "What? No comment." Yeah, because he doesn't have to comment. You don't understand how this shit works. Everybody's like, wow, but we should be with humans together and we're in love and you're another human like I'm a human and we hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Have you seen Skid Row, nigga? Have you seen what's happening in San Francisco, nigga? Did you see the motherfucking 50 people in the flash mob, bro? This is just rule. This is the law. This is law. Okay? I mean, what is the nigga supposed to do about it? You know, it's a what are we gonna do? You know, shit. People disappear on people all the time. I just had a couple of people disappear on me. You know, and we right in the middle of some shit. That's why I keep a distant line. I keep a certain measure of distance with people because there ain't no telling when your ass gonna disappear, nigga. And everybody nowadays, the coward is all time high. You know, nigga, I'm gonna tell you that shit. The yellow, like they used to say it in the old Southwest. The yellow coward, nigga, is at an all-time high. You be in the everybody's doing the scamming, they want to run off with shit. Yeah, I'm with the plan. Yeah, pass me the ball. Yeah. And then they go run off the court, run past the bleachers, hop in the motherfucking car and drive off, nigga, in the middle of the game. You done toss this nigga the ball, this nigga done stole the ball. That's what the fuck is going on. You understand? Yeah, so it's like, what is the fucking point, man? Of getting involved with somebody, trusting somebody. Trust has been deteriorated down to nothing, so what are we gonna do about that? Who knows? So oh yeah, today is Nipsey Hussle's birthday. So I definitely have to say shouts out to the Nipsey. August 15th. August 15th and August 2nd. Two of the strongest dates. August 2nd, it's in order. Let's do it in order. July 20th, August 2nd, and August 15th are three of the most strongest days in Catholicism. So, that's kind of odd. 7/20, my birthday, and then Nipsey's birthday. So there's a Matrix war going on. That's why the name of my next album is going to be The Black Constantine. It already came through, so more music is being produced. Hopefully, I'm having a lot more fun in my life during that time, so we can produce some great shit. Because that's what happened with the Symphony of Millions and the Harmony of Fun. Well, Symphony of Millions and Harmony of Fun, there was a lot of crazy shit that was going on. Like, I uh, had to move out of my house, and then I ended up in the most expensive part of town. And I was sort of wobbly knees. All my bills tripled and quadrupled on a nigga. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it and kick it. But I did make it and kick it. I've kicked it for 2 years now. So we really doing good. And I did all of that on me dolo. And I done picked up more bills. And I'm still getting my donk back. It's in the shop right now. I've been in the shop for, man, I don't even want to talk about the shit. The shit is so motherfucking embarrassing. But yes, I do have my donk, nigga. Know that. And I still have all my original shit up in here. And then still put out a new book, a new album. I really like this shit. When it's the red pill and the blue pill combined, boom, my yay, nigga, you get the purple pill. The Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women. You know, I put it down. I do love the fact I did that literature right there, man. But we have more to put down. And y'all gonna see that whole ride on the moneyreligion.locals.com. Go there, sign up. Yes, there is monthly subscription. Yes, you have to pay for the videos, nigga. There will be a lot of community videos that are free, though. There will be access to the books as well on the PDFs. All of that shit is going to be up there. Okay. We're going to be clowning greatly. Okay. So that's what it is. But yeah, man, 50 years of hip hop. It's crazy, man. I don't know what to do, man. Oh yeah, I listen to Biggie too. Junior Mafia. Junior Mafia died, and the dude from Junior Mafia died. I bumped that album. That album was a classic album, nigga. Conspiracy, nigga. And then it's even titled Conspiracy. That was a classic album. And then Magoo. I was fucking with Timbaland and Magoo when they first came out. That was hot shit. Good music was good music, you know. There was enough good music during the 90s of different styles where everybody didn't fall down a concrete gangster hole unless you were just living in a concrete gangster hole. But what was being put out on the radio and what was being put out on the music videos, which those was the only access we had to music, was an entourage of different shit. You had Arrested Development, you had, Tribe Called Quest had radio jams, DMX had radio jams. It was all types of shit being, so you had an entourage. It wasn't no flat line on mumbling niggas with skinny jeans and dyed dreads and shit, with fake jewelry on, talking about they the OG of the world, It wasn't none of that shit. I mean, shit, you got songs where DMX was over there talking about describing love and what love is on the song. You see what I'm saying? And you have Bone doing The Crossroads, which was a song about, it was a funeral song. Like niggas don't have different concept entourage of songs like that nowadays because a lot of motherfuckers are stupid. A lot of motherfuckers was raised, they was made off of the TV dinner, and then you were raised off of the TV dinner. You have no connection to the historical line of humans. Your shit is garbage. You're fucking garbage. You don't have no respect towards the trumpet. You have no respect towards the motherfucking saxophone, the drums, the bass guitar. You have no respect. You don't even love on your fucking woman. Like, my young nigga asked me, he was like, man, music back in the day, what was the subject matter? Because, during the 90s, subject matter started becoming dope and shit and selling crack and shit because that was the experiences. But before the 90s, 80s on back, bro, music was either about men singing to women or women singing about men or partying. Those were about the only three subject matters. And it was done in a wide range of variations. Don't get me wrong. But the gist of it was men singing about how they love women and women singing about how they love men. And there was a woe system. A lot of songs from the women were sort of on the downside of, the relationship falling apart and things of that nature. And, he left me or whatever the case. And then that's about it. And that's in all genres. Country music was like that. Heavy metal was like that. If you listen to heavy metal songs, majority of those songs, the AC/DC and the Guns N' Roses, all that type of shit back in the 80s and shit, the ZZ Top and all that shit, they singing about love. They're doing it in a different format that you may not hear clearly because you don't have a relation to their culture, even though you are a subcategory of their culture. They're singing about lovemaking. So what the fuck is I don't get it, B. Oh, appreciate that, Rennick Johnson. But yeah. I'm gonna read that statement. The way you relate esoteric information to modern events and some animalistic behavior, example by our people, is deep. The Black Jordan Peterson. I understand Jordan Peterson thoroughly. Um, I like the way he puts things together. He's very detailed, and and you could definitely tell that he spent years and years and years in schools, psychiatric schools, and he's learned the math. Um, from the theological principles to psychologists, the Carl Jung and the Freud and all of that, and he has the academia intelligence, scholastic, and he knows what he's talking about. Period. Me, I understand some of those elements. I don't base my entire intellect off of them. To be honest, I'm more theologically related, and then it goes to the occult sides of things. It's a cult. And that's what it is. There's a lot of animalism to it. That is the occult line, because when you understand the animalism perspective, you see that was an observation from the caveman, and we embedded that in our behavior for survival principles. So that even comes down to sound and music and all of that. So we don't know. Music is so old that we don't know when it began. And one thing about music, especially rap, because everybody want to have this argument about when rap began. So let me give you a corporate way of looking at things that is irrefutable and unmovable. What is rap? Okay. Rap is poetry spoken up on top of a rhythm of music, which most likely is electronic centered, but can be acoustic. You won't see it done over direct classical. And usually the words that are used within inside of the poet format are derogatory. So, and this derogatory deals with, sexual perversion, defamation of character, defamation of female gender, defamation of male gender, violence, um, you know, and there can be other elements which are health oriented, and that would be, and it's not even really health, it's more revolutionary. That would be your X Clan or your Dead Prez, which are classified as neo soul. So those are about the two areas, okay? And all regions of the country encompass the derogatory side, okay? All regions do not encompass the revolutionary side, okay? So when we look through the historical documents, is there anywhere in history where poetry is grotesque in the nature of defamation, sexual perversion, violence, so on and so forth, and also drug taking? You have paraphernalia. Okay, so we do find it, and it predates Shakespeare. And we have to remind ourselves that Shakespeare is written in poetry, and so is the Bible. And I've also been told that the Quran is written in rhyming format. It's rhyming. And all poetry does not rhyme. Let's keep that clear too. So it's called the French Fabliaux. And Fabliaux is Fabliaux. And you can find that in the volume 1 of the Kicked Out of Heaven series. The French Fabliaux are derogatory stories. And there's a lot of them. And these stories are written in poetry format. There it is. That's what hip hop is. Okay. So, doo brown, shake what your mama gave you, shake your money maker, all those type of terms and phrases are derogatory. You may not see it like that, but that's what they are. When you want to talk about the deep root laws of religion. Okay. So when we look at it like that, we have to state that blacks did not create it. Um, it was created by Europeans eons ago in the medieval times. And that's why they shut down all information about the medieval, so you don't know nothing about no medieval. So you could feel like you have right to claim on a multitude of different social aspects of our modern world. The real thing to it is that yes, we have a lot of inventions that the black man has put down. Supposedly the black man, the Ethiopian looking man, created the folding chair that whopped the Alabama upside the head. Okay. So there we have it. Okay. In all reality, rap started in France, you know, and the word rap or rapier or a rapper is called a liar in early American gangsterism from the 1900s, you know, like, oh, you got caught up on the murder rap. You remember that? See, like, yeah, he went to jail for a rap. Is how the language was being used in the early 1900s of American gangsterism. The term was being used in that format. So, and a rapier is a little knife that the Irish gangsters used to carry. Abrahamic religions were created. Is it true that Abrahamic religions were created during the medieval times? I don't know. I do not know. I have not followed the trace of what the religion's origins are. I mean, I know all religions stem out of Abraham, but that would predate the medieval times, if correct. Okay, and that would go all the way down to ancient Egypt times, and the land of Gad and all the other lands that surrounded it, that were the land which were the homes to the tribe of Israel. I think I got somebody here who wants to come on the mic. Let's see what we got going. Oh, okay. They chose to mute themselves, so I'll put the link back in the room. If anybody want to come up and say anything, or ask any questions, we can shoot. Y'all know I'll be all over the place with info. So, but yeah, so it just became an ugly picture, the rap game. Yeah, we've all been given a false historical timeline. I mean, before I wrote The Kicked Out of Heaven, bro, a lot of us were very at a psychological block when it came down to the 1600s, and we did not know what was going on. It would always be a black space, and that was what happened with me. That's why I ended up writing the literature, because of The Kicked Out of Heaven. And you go to kickedoutofheaven.com and get your order right now. 3-volume series, 100 pictures in color. Okay. And I mean over 1,000 pictures in color to verify what's being stated in the information, because the information is so outlandish. But it was all facts, and you can see it, you can feel it, you live in it every day. So that was the reality to it, man. A lot of people were hitting a very cold black space and stone wall when going through history and arriving at the 1500s, 1600s, and that would just be American history. So, once the internet started breathing for a while, I said, I'm not I don't feel too good about this whole pilgrim thing. Like, who are you motherfuckers to be able to do all of this shit and the way you've done it? So I just had to figure it out. Y'all got somebody want to say something here? We're gonna bring them on real quick. Okay, let's see what we got.
Hello. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, it was good. I was on my phone, but I guess you have an issue. But look how you figure it now. What's good, Keenan? 720. It's been a long time, man. Long time.
Oh, I know
I'm
you. I've
gonna-
talked to you before.
Yeah, yes, man. Remember you had him on my show, on the Chaos Rain show, on Kicking Him.
New York.
Yeah, Rhonda. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's been
You
a
must
while.
have
It's been
kicked
a
out
while.
of heaven.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. But anyway, no, we're not gonna go in more detail. But what's good, man? How you doing, man?
It was good.
I'm good, man. Hey, my question, because I know you hear what they do in certain school systems now in Florida, right? In regards to removing more information about so-called involvement in enslavement, right?
Uh-huh.
That do you think now that because of the history now that a lot of people that have access to it, that now because they're not really investing in regards to educating their children, in regards to reading just the basic understanding the word itself, that now what they do is now they say we could just now slowly reverse history now because people are not really paying attention if they wanted to. So like you said, like the occult arts and like the medieval times, they don't really talk about in schools. Well, I don't know if that now the information is not going to be just swept on the rug completely now. Do you think that's what's going on, or has always been a plot for this?
Well, okay. Let's put it to you like this. Once again, it boils down to the printing press, and once again, it also boils down to your interest. The majority of the world don't have an interest into what has occurred on this planet, and the part of the reason is because dads have been ripped out of the whole household, and women don't care about it because it doesn't put women in a good light. History doesn't put women in a good light.
Okay.
So they're the ones that have to, they're the ones enforcing and assisting a system of video games and going to the movies and Six Flags and all of this other shit to interrupt any interest that pops in your mind of, what is this world and what the hell is going on, is because it was fathers who held on to what's going on with the government, what's going on with politics, what's going on with past wars, what's going on with religions. What is philosophy? We need to sit and think. We need to create. We need to invent. Yep. That's all men who do that, you see. So now that men, they've erased the whole male picture generationally through wars and whatnot. We have a system now where nobody cares. They can do what you can tell the children whatever. Public education is really a system that was developed to usher kids right into the military, because I think it was the country of Austria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was the country of Austria that they tried to recruit some children into the military and tried to give them orders and whatnot, and it was around the ages of 20, 25 or something, and they weren't responding. They were like, what are you talking about? What is all of this shit? They had no intelligence of, or they had no they felt there was no true connection that the children had towards their country or towards a flag or towards a common creed or things of that nature. So they developed a system where the kids, they start very young. You start them out very young at like
6 years old,
5, 6 years old, and you train them in to be connected with other kids. And there's a large system of thought. This large system of thought is also in support of the country, in support of baseball, and they're inside of support of certain things, and they've been taking commands throughout the entire time. You see, so you go to all these different classes and whatnot, you're taking commands, and by the time you graduate high school, you respond to commands, directly, and you go join the military to support your country, get some money.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like another form of direction and structure control. When you take them at a certain point in their development and you groom them up until likely adulthood. So once they go into military, it's like automatic command. Just like the prison system. How people have to stay in line, and eventually they do
Right,
some wrong.
right,
They know what to do when they go to
right,
prison.
right.
So
Prisons, hospitals, and schools are built similar.
yeah, makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. I think that's my only question. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
no,
That
you
was
had
my
another
only
question.
question.
Oh, okay, okay.
Keenan. No, I just came up here, just to give support. At times you're opening up now, so just to give people the presence. Say, come up and talk to Keenan. So I had him on a couple of times. I have his book. I got 3 volumes. Matter of fact, I was supposed to think of getting the other book that you said that you might print out as physical copy, but right now you want the digital copy because a lot of people not really.
No, I
for
got
this
it in
one.
physical.
You got a physical now? All right, that's the one you were talking about. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
what
the
a beautiful.
encyclopedia. Yeah, the
That's
encyclopedia.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, appreciate it. When the red pill and the blue pill combine, you get the purple pill, and that's called the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women.
And what's the price for that book, particularly?
200 for each volume, so it's 400 total.
Oh, okay. So it's like a 2-volume set. Okay, yeah. So
it's a 2-volume set. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And you only got volume 1 right now. You don't got complete set yet. You're gonna.
No, I got both of them. That's volume 1 right there. This is volume 2 right here.
Oh, so you complete? Okay, shit. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm not selling them separate. You go to the womansalchemy.com and get it.
Okay. You're not separate. Okay, so all right. I was thinking maybe reading one volume and then try to get the next one because that's a thick book. That's like looking at 500 pages.
Yeah, there's about 500 pages each one.
Yeah, so yeah. And any illustration or just pure words, like with some reference?
There's pictures in there. There's a lot of pictures in the back of volume 2. I got whole diagrams and stuff up in there, man. I'm showing you what the fibroids look like, what cysts look like, the whole shit.
Oh, you got the whole science of it. Oh, damn, you got the whole science.
Yeah, this is a bunch of shit. Let's see. Look right here. I got the state of matrimony. You see that? That's a map of a woman's heart. It's a metaphysical. That's a metaphysical map of the state of matrimony.
Okay.
And a woman's heart up in there. Yeah. And then I got this is the science behind the origins of porn is a woman walking a pig. You see that?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's mine too. Okay.
Yeah, bro. My shit is heavy shit. I don't fuck around.
No, but you took a lot of time. You're not just going to reference. You're going to show the illustration because words go far, but image sends 1,000 images. So you get an actual encyclopedia with pictures with reference. So
the 1,000 images is the kicked out of heaven.
Yeah, I got that. 3 volumes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Yeah, but that one has some good illustration. All right. Is there any way you drop the link in the stream? In the chat of that book to get that?
Yeah. Let me do this.
I'll check it out. Yeah, man, guys, support Keenan, man. Get the book, man. I mean, his first book very good, including the second one. I have not completed all of them, but I read it and it has some real good information. Very good information. A lot of citations. And a lot of information. So his works are up there, very up there. Puts a lot of time and effort. Yeah.
So you still got your show running or what?
Yes. Right now I am actually monetized on YouTube, so it is actually growing now. It took a while, but it was a process 4 years in the making when I started doing this on YouTube officially.
Okay. Well, shit. Hit me on the email. Let's talk, man. Let's set up a show.
Okay. All right. I'll see what I could do. Cause right now I'm just trying to wrap a deal. We'll see. I got your contact. We'll keep in touch. All right.
All right, then that's a bet.
All right. Take care. Thank you again, Keenan.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna address this question: ethereal dreams. If you want to come in, you can come in. I hit the StreamYard button right there. You don't have to show your face or anything, but we can talk for a second. I want to interact with the people. The question is if you sleep with somebody who has taken the jab, will it pass to you? I don't know. The jab is a serious thing. The vaccination It's been going on. I mean, what, 2-3 years? People have been getting it. A lot of people have died from a heart attack. Supposedly, it attacks the heart and builds inflammation in the arteries. So, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I don't know. It's not even about the well, darling, I'm gonna tell you if well, I didn't mean to. I don't know what you may be, but ethereal dreams. You shouldn't be shy in this world because there's much that can happen, and you better be ready for whatever. And being shy isn't going to do it. So here we go. The jab. If you sleep with somebody who has the jab, can it pass over to you? I don't know. People who have gotten the jab are of a certain type of mind construct. So if you're communicating with that realm, you're like automatically in that energy zone, you know? Because a lot of I remember back then when people were taking it, they were all giving excuses on why they had to take it. And there was a big energy difference, a big aura type difference. And because of that, um, I saw that these individuals were eating the beef heavy, eating the shrimp heavy, drinking any type of sodas, drinking any type of liquors, just blah, 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 blah. Got all types of dogs in their house and shit, and living like a hoarder. If those are the individuals who have the jab. And so if you're messing around with that type of shit, it's not even you have to worry about the jab and all other stuff that comes with it because it's all fucking parasite worm nasty shit, But it's just like a situation out of the kicked out of heaven too, where you know, motherfuckers is actually built for it tough if you survive it. You see? So you can add all that shit to your body and still be alive. You're like a mutant type shit. You can you're stronger than the next man who hasn't taken it. But then again, there are a lot of people who haven't taken it who's going to be stronger than them in certain predicaments and situations. So it's a balance, but it's a balance of sickness, and I wouldn't suggest or anybody to get involved with that type of shit or anybody who's had a jab or whatever the case. How do I feel about the France invading Niger? Did they already invade? It's Great War. You know, um, did they already invade? All right, here's the question. Are the other countries of Africa going to be allies with Niger? That is the question. Because if that's the question, now we have a situation. I don't know what Niger's population is, what their military looks like, what type of arms they have, what they're exposed to, nor do I know who's France's allies and what's going to happen. But I haven't heard anything about the Russian and Ukraine war being over. So this is the first time I've been alive, to my knowledge, that there's two different wars going on the planet at the same time. I don't ever recall that. Not while I've been alive. So that's been since 83. So who knows if another situation pops off, 3, 4 different, 5 different wars going on the planet at the same time, because it's all dumbass. You're all a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. That's all. That's all it is, nigga. You're fucking retarded. You're fighting over your gods. You're fighting over the oil. You're being fucking. It's all levels of disrespect. Niger is like paying France what, 500 billion a year and some crazy ass shit. They're getting all the export, all the shit exported out of their country. They don't know how to maintain their own minerals. You got the World Health Organ. I mean the what is it called? The IFA or IF, whatever the fuck the motherfuckers are at the top of the system. The UN is what I should use it. I was thinking for the banking acronym, but the UN, the United Nations, they sending people down there, they instigating and shit. We fuck up the political structure. Who know, bro? Humans are bored. They want to blow some shit up. There's a bunch of stupid motherfuckers, man. I mean, what do you do? I mean, that's what it is. This is the entertainment. This is the fun. You wanted to see shit blow up. You go watch the movies, and there's cars blowing up every goddamn where. You have the shootout blowing up every goddamn where. A bunch of cavemen looking at fireworks and shit. You know, this is stupid. It's the levels of stupidity. Okay? That's all it is. That's all it is. Let me see. I'll show you. Where's that fucking book at? Let me see if I can pull it out real quick. I got a book up in here called, yeah, there it is right there. The Story of a Dumb Ass. Do you understand? Okay. This is it. He talked about it. All the stupidity in history. You see it's all highlighted and shit. I read my shit. Yeah. That's what it is. So, who knows? Niger had a co-op. It's a rift now, but I know some African countries are on the side of Niger, but Nigeria and France are working together. Who knows? There will always be a traitor amongst the natives. Okay, let me tell you something. We wouldn't even be here to the point we're at in existence if it wasn't for a bunch of traitors and snitches. I'll tell you that shit. Straight up, we wouldn't even be here, my nigga. Oh, Big Tiz asked a question I didn't answer. If whites created rap, which stems from poetry, blacks created hip hop. Did blacks invent the record player? We got to see who invented the record player and the record. You know, and the hip hop, the sound, the scratching. Scratching could have been invented by the Negro, you know. But hip hop and with the baseline of what hip hop is, which is derogatory words and, you know, foul language being used in poetry, with mixed in with violence and aggression and other things. No, you can find that in many different areas of history, but the oldest I ever found it was called the French Fablos. The French Fablo. Okay. Do I have that book up in here? I think that book is on my other book. On my other yeah, that book is on my other bookshelf in my other rooms. So, but yeah, I got a couple of French Fablo books, and they're pretty fucking funny. I ain't even gonna lie. But there's some French Fablo stories in the Kicked Out of Heaven and the volume 1. And you can only get the colored editions from me, and you better get them now. Because after they're gone, they are gone, baby, gone. You understand? So yeah. If there's any beautiful women in the audience, go ahead and get your wide hide on the camera. Let's talk. What is niggas scared of the 724? Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of funny. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit because I did what I was supposed to do. I became an adult like I was supposed to, and a lot of motherfuckers stayed children. So when I be out in public, people to see me and they know they can see my facial structure and they be like, "Oh my god, this nigga, he chose the route of the man." Like, what the fuck is it? I thought we was all gonna be fucking little kids together. Nah, nigga, I'm not choosing on that pajama stink croc wearing bullshit. Fuck that weak ass shit, you know. And I thought everything gonna be comfortable and we gonna nigga, and we gonna deteriorate and fuck up everything. Nah, nigga, I'm not fucking around with none of that shit, nigga. I'm sorry, nigga. I got morals and principles on how I was raised and how I operate. You understand? And if you motherfuckers want to cooperate with and listen to the children of your captors, yeah, that's all you do. You sit on your fucking wide ass and you watch the fucking Netflix and you listen to your fucking the children of your captors. The people who kidnapped you, you listen to their great grandchildren, and you do what them motherfuckers tell you to do because you have the DNA genetic code of bitch ass nigga. You understand how that works? So I don't, I can't sync with motherfuckers who operate in that fashion. There's bigger fish to fry than June bug down the street. Then man. You want to go clone Tyrone, nigga? Okay, you want to go kill T-Bone and shit. The fuck is you talking about? That shit ain't a big enough fish to fry, nigga. You know, the game out here, nigga, is your ass. You done had your neck cracked for generations. You know, if you would have seen what they did to your great grandma, nigga, in that goddamn field, nigga. Okay. I digress, nigga. You know, would you just go sit there and have the one tear coming down the eye? They make you a painting, you put you on a t-shirt and sell your weak ass shit. If you're not in defense mode against this civilization and how it's set up to destroy you, then I can't trust you. So that's why I watch a motherfucker's food consumption. I watch a motherfucker's personal intake, nigga. What are you watching? What are you eating, nigga? What do you do, motherfucker? Like, bro, those things right there tell me, okay, keep this nigga at distance. Keep, because you are volatile. You do not have self-control. Okay. You do not have research on your environment. You do not understand your environment. Therefore, you can't identify threats. Okay. And when you don't identify the threat, you are vulnerable victim. Okay. You are food to be eaten, nigga. So man, please, I got rules and regulations on who I fuck with and how I fuck with people. Because if you're not historically literate, I can't even crack jokes around you. You know what I'm saying? Because my jokes come from a whole different realm of comprehension of what the fuck is going on. You niggas is on lightweight shit. I don't give a fuck about that lightweight shit, nigga. You know, it don't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, intelligence is my euphoria, nigga. That's how I get high, nigga. Is reading books. I don't even smoke weed no more. You know, I get high off reading books. You know, and that's just the bottom line to that. You know, so we got any questions? Any more questions? Anybody want to come on the motherfucking camera? Because we're gonna be doing this a lot more often, and it will be focused. Y'all know how I get down. I just had to get up here and run the mouth real quick for the 50 years of hip hop, and then y'all go ahead and sign up to the moneyreligions.local.com. It's gonna be beautiful over there. There's gonna be a lot of surprises if everything is going right, like it should be. We have a lot of surprises coming up in the near future. So, yeah, it's been a consistent 10 years, man. I done dropped all these damn products on niggas, man. On the head. You understand? This is beautiful. Well, we're definitely going to get into some explanations on the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women because it's in the news daily. You understand? So, that's what it is. What else we got here? Anybody else got something they want to say? Okay, any more questions, my friends? Yeah, we're gonna go deep into the bowels on this encyclopedia on the alchemy of women. We're gonna see what females got the courage to get up here on this camera, you know. And a lot of people don't, man. A lot of people, a lot of the so-called other content creators just sort of you know, they disappeared from a nigga and they ain't picking up a nigga call or none of that shit. Don't hit me up, don't none of that shit. So I don't know what the fuck going on with people. But, you know, I'm still here, thriving, and still the same nigga. Everybody thought I had the cancer or some crazy ass shit. That's not happening over here. I didn't sign up with the weak programs. That's what y'all gotta understand. There's a lot of softwares that niggas is picking up over the past 10, 20 years, you know, thinking they was gonna be in with a motherfucker be on Sesame Street, nigga. And you got in on Sesame Street, got your ass clown. Nigga ended up in the trash, nigga. A lot of black women hate black men nowadays. I'm seeing. Is that in the encyclopedia? No. The encyclopedia is neutral. All races of women are in this book. Let's keep this clear. Okay. I don't do the blackety black, 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 we don't black, black, black thing. I don't do that. You know, and I'm not saying that to you, big tiz, on no clowning shit. But I'm just saying I don't move like that. I don't think like that. You know, I wrote the Black Man's Bible. You want to know why it's titled like that? Because I had lived all across the country and I had seen, nigga, there is something wrong with the anxiety and the brain glitch in Tyrone's brain. This is a common thread from LA to New York. And I had already kicked it with a lot of other races and been around a lot of different situations and seen things. And there is something wrong with the nigga's brain. God damn it. So and then I also saw at the same time that white culture was trying to destroy black culture, rip up the black culture picture. So I documented it, I put it all together. It's like, nigga, look, nigga, if the brain takes complexity to operate, then here's the type of complexity you need to understand about the totality of your environment, not just this old fucking inconsiderate, self-centered thought pattern that a lot of black people have. So as soon as you say, oh, I'm making a product for the blacks and it's going to be black and it's a black bank, and you automatically just stepped into that inconsiderate box, because nigga, there's humans on the planet Earth, and Chinese motherfuckers might fall in love with your shit and give you 500 billions, while niggas is over here calling your shit, oh man, that's just man working in his garage, that shit ain't shit. I went over there and tried to help that nigga with that shit, and he didn't have money to get his next piece. And the Chinese motherfuckers then fell in love with your shit and gave you 500 billion, and now you can go put 30 billion on your community and pocket 470, nigga. The same motherfuckers that was talking shit, you still get the goddamn bring the Garden of Eden to these niggas. You see? But you never gonna get to that space because you in the mind frame of blackity black, we gonna be black. Nigga, a problem for a human is a problem for a human. You see what I'm saying? Black women hate black men nowadays. Let's talk about it, though. This is a very important aspect. And the reason being is because it's jealous. They don't have the social power we have. Black men have social power, okay? We have respectful power across the whole planet. You have the Michael Jordan, you have the 50 Cent, you have the Shaquille O'Neal, you have the P. Diddy, you have the Russell Simmons, you have you got the Robert Frederick Smith, you got you got Will Smith, you got Wesley Snipes, you got Denzel Washington, these are the black images. You have Obama, okay? You have black male images that have made millions in front of the world, okay? They went from, the savage, okay, which is, the Shaquille breaking the fucking backboards, Mike Tyson ripping niggas' heads off in the motherfucking ring, and they developed into the millionaire billionaire, and this is the same shit with the white man, the Vikings. You had the Vikings with the horns on the head, they wearing the fucking elk clothing and shit, and now they are billionaire businessmen. You see what I'm saying? The black male image is confirmed as civil, respectful, billionaire, progressive, responsible, and also assisting society. We do this in many different ways, and our image is so strong in the atmosphere that it can't be adjusted from that point. Black women don't have that. Black men do. You understand? Black women don't have that. Black men do. Now, when it comes to the woman's world, a lot of women fall underneath the origin of man space, and they idolize the way black women look. So they will mimic the black woman, but at the same time, and they will only mimic the black woman in small portions. Okay. The admiration of the big ass, the big breast, the pouty lips, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But when it comes to skin tone or hair type, they don't try to adjust that to match a black woman. Okay. They'll do all the other areas, and it becomes an invisible space because you don't really see it, because it's not skin tone, it's not loud as hair is, you see. So then they demonize the black woman for activity that is considered to be whorish. Now, and that's in the American line, the American history. That's not found in the African history. Okay. The African history had very hardcore social structure rules on how the tribe operated. And that's also why there wasn't a lot of advancement in a lot of areas, especially industrially. So with this, with that tight social structure, there was polygamy, and a lot of women were in order. Then there was ancient religious perspectives, Hebrew, Islam, so on and so forth, that assisted within that order. Okay, so once the whole American picture got developed, it wasn't only American women, but also Spanish women. We're talking about, Central America and South America. They were raped on. It was pillage, Same with the Australian women. Australian was repopulated after the Aborigines were attacked with a bunch of prostitutes from Europe, and the men outnumbered the prostitutes. I think it was like 25 men to every one woman, and that's why there's such high levels of domestic violence and shit going on down there right now to this day. So black women hate black men out of jealousy, okay, and due to the fact that there's also another line where a lot of black women know that they can't love their man like women of other races love their men. And by default, if the black man dates a woman of another race, he's going to experience that level of love, and even greater because of the differences in between vaginal canal and phallus size between the males and the females. Okay, so when black males go have relations or relationships with women of other races, their vaginal canals are only designed for the men of their race. They're not designed for a black male. So then the black male goes in there and do all types of crazy punching, and she goes crazy. And within that craziness, there's oxytocin, and there's a deeper center of love going on there because of that oxytocin and things of that nature. And usually women of other races that go date black men have been assaulted by their own race, or they want to intentionally trade against their race for whatever reason, whether that be, religious reasons or family reasons, or just what's been marketed towards them as they have grown up, hence their environment. And 50 years of hip hop have been trained on everybody's brain. So by default, some races, will fall into the hip hop picture. They'll hop on that ship and they'll be dealing with niggas. They want niggas. So black women hate black men nowadays for a multitude of reasons. They don't know what a black man is. A lot of women who are raised with single mother environments, they'll get with a man just to see how this nigga maintains the household, because it's a great new adventure for her, because she's never seen the dude. And then once she says, oh, this nigga is doing everything perfect, she places him against the Jesus image. And then once he doesn't fulfill everything to be perfect like the Jesus image, that's when all the complaints and shit come in, and she tries to act like, oh, you ain't shit, and then she'll paint you as the devil, which will come by the 4th year. Okay, so you have to understand that black women don't get admired socially, nor have they maintained themselves in a good image in the social. So the Felicia Rashads are not here, the Nina Simones are not here, the Lena Horns are not here, which were of yesteryear. And they understand that every 30 years there becomes a blinding on what happens with humans, and you can reinforce a new picture, because of the children and the grandparents are tired and they don't want to fight anything that comes down the pipeline of socialism, because they've already went through their revolutionary time period. They already did this and that. They feel like, I see the light behind the door. I'm about to walk out of here. What is the point of fighting any of this shit? You niggas deal with the shit. Okay. And that's what's happening. Okay. The children are coming up with a new shit. So even though, and what's really phenomenal is that YouTube has provided, the Library of Congress has provided. So you can get on the YouTube right now and see Lena Horne. You can see, the Dorothy Dandridge. You can go watch the Whitney Houston. You can watch concerts and all types of shit. You can study these motherfuckers for a whole year straight. And, you can listen to etiquette shit on the fucking YouTube. Don't start with the dumb shit. So we can design females with elegance and self-respect. But the model that is being held up for our standard socialism is not that. Nicki Minaj is a phenomenal MC. I have to give her that credit. Have I listened to her? No, I can't relate. I'm not a fucking broad. And the shit that she's done a lot of emasculating bars. Yes, she has. And the Cardi B, they do emasculating rap. There's a slut rap. And the MCs that I grew up with didn't do none of that shit. Queen Latifah had yeah, right here. The black woman's image is now Sexy Red and Sukihana. The black woman's image is twerking on the highway. You have, all of those housewives of Atlanta and all that shit. You got the blonde wig out here and all this other shit. A man of elegance and entrepreneur. Those are the bitches that maintain niggas, that maintain bitch made niggas. You have to look at the term bitch made. There's a nigga that's raised by a single mother. He's bitch made. You see? He's made by the bitch. A lot of niggas gonna get offended by that, but hey, that's what it is. That is how the term works, nigga. You was made by the bitch. Okay? Your whole social understanding comes from a reflection of that, of female operation. So this image is now the Sexy Red and the Sukihana. Ice Spice really has she still has maintained sort of an energy where she don't have to it's in the hands of Ice Spice to change the energy. Straight up. Because I remember when she first came out, and part of the tone of her whole energy was, don't abuse me. I'm your writer. You ain't got to fuck me over. I love you type shit. That was her. That was like a tone in her whole outfit. I wish the girl's name was Tiger B, because she came out during the year of the tiger. That Ice Spice shit is so generic. I wish her name was Tiger, and she should have came out walking down Bronx, walking a tiger, nigga, when still kept the orange hair and shit. Oh, that shit would have been fucking phenomenal. Now that would have really put some punch to it. But and even the way her eyes sit, she has a system where she can incorporate the response of sympathy and the response of just love me as a female. She can put that tone, and nobody has really entered that tone into hip hop. It would be the India R.I.P tone, but it would be rap. Okay. It would be the India R.I.P tone. Yes, it would. And you give that to her, to the Ice Spice, and she could bring that to hip hop, and it would change the imagery and how women are acting. But then again, because the game is all rap and rappers hold on to black women, a lot of women of other races follow the model of black women, and they don't really know what the fuck that is, because they don't know the historical line of what's been going on in this country. And then not only that, they do that to hide their historical line, because you go down to Mexico right now, and it ain't nothing but motherfucking whorehouses everywhere. You go all through them Spanish lands, it ain't nothing but whorehouses everywhere. They chop. They understand the game. It be these black women who be, in America, who are running circles around these old weak ass niggas who come from a very hardcore system of 6-7 generation single mothers. So they automatically look at the woman as the dominating force, and because the woman is the dominating force and runs the show inside the household, they automatically move in underneath the bitch, and they move in on some bird shit. They turn into some bird shit. They, and they turn into, a do boy for the bitch, and black women are raised as if they're supposed to run a nigga. And that's why niggas who are professional and niggas who got money and all that other shit, you ain't running shit around no motherfucking entrepreneur black male. You done lost your motherfucking mind. You see, you can only do that shit with niggas who been stuck with those experiences. Niggas who done really felt the essence of women of other races, you can't bring that shit around them. You can't, because we've seen and experienced agreements. Like I was listening to a song earlier by LL Cool J, and he was like, "Yeah, I like a girl with an attitude. I don't like no bitch with no motherfucking attitude." Like, what? I'm not finna be hearing none of that fucking foul mouth bullshit. That foul mouth shit that a lot of black women bring around, or women of any race could do that, But it's a different. There's a variation in the numbers. Okay, by majority rule is gonna be, sisters doing it. And then there's a lot of sisters who assist, and they have to because they ain't got nowhere to go. And it's just like it's just like Crumb put me onto the info talking about 53% of black women got more than one more than one father for their children. And the Spanish girls was like at 38%, and the white girls were like at 22%, but black girls were at 53% of single mothers have babies by different fathers. Okay. And and you see it. That's the response right there. And but I was reading some shit the other day about what was going on during the Civil War, the prostitution during Civil War. And they found letters from the Union soldiers talking about some, yeah, nigga, it's nothing but Negro wenches down here. I'd rather go fuck on a pig. The motherfuckers were saying they'd rather go fuck on some animals than go fuck on the black girls. This is what it said in the book. I'll show you the book right. I think book right here. Yeah. What's a poor girl to do? Prostitution in mid-19th century America. I don't gotta lie. Motherfuckers be, But at the same time, they said that if they saw a white girl around around the black girls, that they automatically knew she had to clap. Look at the diseases, nigga. Look. You see that? Syphilis, gonorrhea. Okay, this is how many cases for the white race right here. This is why I say white on the top. This is how many cases for the blacks. Okay. And you see the dates, right? This is 1866. Okay. That's what I'll be talking about. Motherfuckers don't know what this country is or what it was, my nigga. Okay. This is all real shit here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this shit is right here. But yeah, it's kind of cold. So, I read books. That's why I can write books, because I read books of a wide range of subject matter. And I think y'all should do that shit too. No, hold on. Let me see here. It's the culture, especially if you go to the main cities. Yeah. I'm not doing it, bro. It's ugly. It's very ugly. I feel sorry for black women. I really do, man. They're stuck in a situation where they don't know. Their mothers don't teach them. The men treat them like shit. The music don't support anything about them. They're highly disagreeable. They're not reliable on their man. It's very hard to be. A lot of males out here are not are not intellectual enough or experienced enough. I mean, intelligent enough or experienced enough to be relied upon. So I can't shame or wave the finger at black women because they're not relying on black males. Black males, by majority rule, are they don't have the intelligent line for the responsibilities of an adult. They fucking over here in warehouses and shit, working a regular job. And that's not what this whole dimension is teaching us, especially through the applications and through the YouTube and everything else. Everybody's balling. Everybody should have a Lambo. So yeah, listen, I got some questions over here. Miami Marlin says, when you did the slave ship video, I felt like I was idle on a time machine. A lot of people call it the kicked out of heaven a time machine. Yeah, The real nigga etiquette does have the time machine power in it. I will state that. It does. Because I only trap the real events. I only go for the real events, my dude. You know? And it will hit your psyche like that. Because it really happened like that. And that's the potency of the literature. The Kicked Out of Heaven has that power too, on a very extreme level. The Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women is different because that's a reference material. But the real nigga etiquette does take a percentage of the events of what happened on the coast of Africa and what happened in the islands, and put it all together. And like I said, a percentage, because there was a lot of it, I was thinking about that. Will I write a book on how the uterus is an alien directly? I was thinking about that, but my book writing days are done. It takes too much energy. I open up too many doors in existence. It's too much. And then, I don't really think people are shopping like they should be pertaining to the type of literature that I've put out here and the availability of it. I built all my websites. I do all my covers. I do all my own editing. I do everything on my solo. And that way it could come out as fun and entertaining and educating as it has come out with all my books. Real Nigga Etiquette Voodoo Edition is not a laughing book. It doesn't have any of that type of energy in it. It's very Negro being boiled in the molasses over there. I will say that. But the rest of my stuff is funny. It's got good feel. It's lightweight balance, So that's also the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women. I most likely will not write a book on how the uterus is an alien. That information is very, very heavy. And I mean, I could put it together. I know how to put it together, but it's too heavy, and it's too heavy for the public. It's too heavy for the public, and a lot of people are not experienced enough with women to understand it. Just because the uterus is an alien does not mean that you don't love it. I love it. I love it in its face hugger format. If you can't love it in its original form, then you can't love the woman. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. So another question is: the East Coast still toast? Hey, the East Coast has been getting obliterated consistently ever since I made the statement. If you have not paid attention, that's from everything from hurricanes to immigrants is up in there fucking that shit up. Okay. I'm kind of like a polymath. I don't know what that means. Yeah, the Black Man's Bible does have a lot of information on women's nature and just the nature of people overall. I do need to go through that book, and I will be. As y'all see, I got the setup right here. So we're going to be going over a lot of books. They may be faceless videos, but we're going to be going over a lot of shit because the time is now, okay? And that's the truth behind it. So, yeah, this is it. Y'all go to theblackmansbible.com and get the books. I got all of the books here. I got the Ethereal Law, Real Nigga Etiquette, the Voodoo Edition, the other Real Nigga Etiquette, which is currently valued at $5,000. I'll put the link up in here again, just so you know you are fucking with a pro, my nigga. We're not doing no lightweight shit. And yeah, y'all hit that link right there. And then y'all also sign up to the moneyreligion.locals.com. That's where a nigga about to get crazy at. And that's where a nigga can say, be fully free, because you have to pay over there. And I know who you are over there. You have to develop a little profile and all that, and we can directly commune. Okay? But on this YouTube shit, motherfuckers are some weirdos. And I'm not calling you all weirdos in my audience, but you know, it happens. I be having crazy experiences from people because of the YouTube zone. And you know, people build up a profile of who you are and they don't even know you based off of what you said off of video. That is not how civilization has ever worked. It's always been you build a profile off of somebody from conversing with them, not from hearing a one-sided conversation of a person talking at you through a video. You know what I'm saying? And you not being able to pose questions to elaborate upon the thought. Okay, so we're not gonna do none of the development of the dumbass and the weirdo anymore through no fucking YouTube. So we're gonna be having a lot of webinars, a lot of old videos. There's a lot of the PDFs and all of that other shit is available on themoneyreligion.locals.com. There goes the site. Go to here. Let me put up my other links. Kickedoutofheaven.com. Okay. Then we go to theblackmansbible.com. Okay. Well, then we go to thewomansalchemy.com. All right. And then we go to the music, which is theguy720.com. All right, and then we go to Atlanta DVDs. See, I built all these websites. Got to pay bills on all these websites. I did all of this shit on my solo, man. You know, that's one of the reasons I had to shut down a lot of old videos too, man. It's because niggas was, I ain't like what's going on with the brain, man. And then I'm sitting up here, I did this shit for 10, 15 fucking years. And niggas been feeding off of my content for eons and don't give no credit where no credit is due. And I don't respect that shit. Okay. The Mardi Gras video, the video I was just talking about, the carnival. Yeah, that shit is very upsetting, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I just did me a 2 hour and a half fucking podcast, man. And we're gonna go in on it. I mean, we got a lot of shit to do. So this is just the beginning of many more. Y'all hit me up, go to the websites, buy the books, bump the music, listen to my music on, just turn the volume down on your phone and let it repeat on Spotify if you're gonna be on some support. Go to the Cash App, $THEGAD 720. There's a lot of things that gotta be done here. I got a PR team. If y'all want to see me blow up, nigga, you gotta make it happen, nigga. All right, that's what it's about to go down. All right, peace.